Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to discuss a very much important topic, which is speciation and its types. This topic is very important from examination perspective, and in biology it holds a greater significance. So let's try to understand speciation. Speciation is the evolutionary process by which new biological species arise. Orator F. Cook in the year 1906 was the first to coin the term speciation for the splitting of lineages. Ernest Mayr in the year 1970 defined speciation as the creation of species. Speciation can also be defined as the creation of two or more species from one. Let's first understand what is species. Species is one of the basic units of biological classification and a taxonomic rank that's often defined as a group of organisms capable of interbreeding and producing fertile offspring. Next, how does the speciation process occur? According to Ernest Mayr, true speciation or multiplication of species may occur by the following agencies. First is instantaneous speciation, which occurs through individuals. It could be genetic or cytological in partially or wholly sexual species. The next is gradual speciation, which happens through populations. It could be geographical speciation or sympatric speciation. The course of speciation is achievable by four geographic modes in nature on the basis of the extent to which speciating populations are isolated from one another. The four types of speciations are allopatric speciation, parapatric speciation, sympatric speciation, and quantum speciation. So let's understand each of one in detail. Allopatric speciation is a type of speciation that occurs when a population of organisms is geographically isolated from one another population of the same species, leading to the development of new species over time. This can happen due to physical barriers such as mountains, oceans, or other features that prevent gene flowing between the populations. As the two populations become genetically isolated from each other, they may evolve independently due to different environmental pressures, genetic drift, or mutations. Over time, this can lead to the development of distinct genetic and phenotypic traits in each population, which can eventually result in the formation of new species that are no longer able to interbreed with each other. Now, parapatric speciation. Parapatric speciation is a type of speciation that occurs when two populations of a species are separated by a gradient or transition zone, rather than a physical barrier. In parapatric speciation, gene flow between the two populations is reduced, but not completely blocked, allowing for the exchange of genetic material over the transitional area. As the two populations become more isolated from each other, natural selection and genetic drift can lead to the accumulation of genetic differences between them. These differences may be particularly pronounced in the transitional area, where the populations meet and where selection pressures may differ from those in the rest of the respective ranges. Over time, the genetic differences between the two populations may become significant enough that they can no longer interbreed, leading to the formation of distinct species. Next is sympatric speciation. Sympatric speciation is a type of speciation that occurs when a new species arises from a single ancestral species within the same geographic area without any physical barriers or significant geographic isolation. In other words, two or more populations of a species live in the same area but evolve to become reproductively isolated from each other. Sympatric speciation can occur through different mechanisms such as habitat differentiation, polyploidy, and sexual selection. For example, habitat differentiation may occur when a single population of a species adapts to different ecological niches, within its geographical range, leading to the emergence of distinct subpopulations with different genetic and morphological characteristics. These subpopulations may eventually become reproductively isolated from each other, leading to the formation of new species. Now, polyploidy is another mechanism of sympatric speciation that involves the doubling of the number of chromosomes within a single species. This can result in reproductive isolation between individuals with different number of chromosomes, as the chromosomes cannot pair properly during meiosis. After this, polyploidy, we have sexual selection. Sexual selection can also drive sympatric speciation, as individuals within a single population may develop preferences for different matings, traits, or behavior. This can lead to the emergence of subpopulations with distinct mating signals or behaviors, which can eventually become reproductively isolated from each other. Then we have quantum speciation. Quantum speciation is a relatively new concept in evolutionary biology that suggests that speciation can occur suddenly and rapidly rather than gradually over a long period of time. It's based on the idea that quantum effects such as quantum tunneling and entanglement may play a role in driving the sudden emergence of new species. The concept of quantum speciation is still controversial and not widely accepted within the scientific community, as there is currently little empirical evidence to support it. However, some researchers have suggested that quantum effects could potentially explain certain patterns of speciation that are difficult to explain using traditional evolutionary models. One proposed mechanism for quantum speciation involves the rapid divergence of populations due to quantum tunneling. In this scenario, two subpopulations of a species may become separated by a physical barrier, such as a mountain range. The subpopulations would then be subjected to different environmental pressures, which could lead to the accumulation of genetic differences over time. However, these genetic differences may not be enough to cause reproductive isolation between the two subpopulations. Quantum tunneling, however, could provide a mechanism for genes to move back and forth between the two subpopulations, allowing for the rapid emergence of new traits and reproductive isolation. Thanks for watching this video. If you found this video useful, please make sure to subscribe and leave a comment below. I will see you in the next video. Till then, bye bye.